So Mass Effect Andromeda. I saw the trailer and oh my god, I literally have a sheet with the things I want to talk about because I know if not, I'll just end up rambling and no one likes that. So first off, the Mako. I remember in Mass Effect first one, the Mako was one of my favorite and one of the most things that I hated because it was like, I don't know, the controls were very sometimes iffy, and it's just a personal thing. It's not like anything, you know. But the Mako in this one looks amazing. So we get a Mako, which is really cool. The second thing that is that the choices that they have of, you know, Paragon and Renegade, I have never heard anyone say those two words out loud, so I might be pronouncing them very wrong, are less extreme and they have less weight on them. So in the storyline, it won't be so one side or the other like in the other games where you can be like, oh, okay, I can be really nice or I can be a total douchebag. The third thing is that we saw Tempest, you know, the new ship, and it's like, oh my god, it brings back so much memories. And the first thing when I saw a ship was like Joker. Like, it's so sad that Jeff isn't gonna be there, and you know, the voice actor, I love that voice actor, you know, who doesn't love him? The fourth thing is that we are explorers. Either way, before Shepard really didn't know a lot, you know, but we kind of did. But in this one, it's a totally new world. We're basically like, I would say like colonizing, because I feel like it kind of gives me the 100 vibes a little bit. Even like one of the shots where they have like this big main ship and little small ships, I was kind of like, this is kind of like, looks like the 100. I don't know, maybe it's just me. What I want is for there to be a tribute to the past game, like to your Shepard. Like, I remember when it was in Mass Effect 2, when the things that you did in the first one, they would, like in the news, like in the little thingies where they talk about the news. Why am I over explaining this? You'd hear the new, I think I said like news 4 times. You would overhear them saying all the things that you've done, or being like, oh, because this happened, this happened. So I kind of want it to be like, I don't know, it's a statue of your Shepard. Pick up a random article, or I have no idea what it's. I'm talking article like there's paper, but you know, like a memo or whatever. I just want something to say that your Shepard mattered. It doesn't have to be, you know, just that it mattered. Another thing that I had heard was early on was that it was gonna be a Dragon Age template, you know, and I was very worried because of that, because one of the reasons, like, Dragon Age for me is a complicated game to play. I reached to the level where, it's not levels, it's just you kind of pick and choose what you want to do. But there's one part where I don't even remember, but it's like this huge dragon and you have to like try to get past it and then go to like this man with the bear. I don't know. I have not been able to do that. I died 20 times and that just like, I rage quit that game. And it sucks because I've been told that it's an amazing game, and I think I've played like 5% of the game or 10% and it was amazing, but it's just, I don't know, I just walking and walking and walking and it being so like opened, it's not my type of game. It just goes with preference, but hopefully they don't do that, you know. They keep the template from like obviously, you know, I'm trying to explain things that I don't know, but basically I don't want the Dragon Age template that they're thinking of using. Alien life, you know, like in the trailer where you see something like that looks kind of an eel mixed with a centipede. Yeah, and looks huge. And it's, I don't know, it's just, and there was another thing that I don't even know what it is, but it had like this weird face. Since I'm not an asshole, I will show you what species I'm talking about. And it was huge, like one of the Reapers that were mixed with Turian and with another thing, I don't even remember what they're called. But I want to replay the games because I feel like I need the connection and I need to wait until the game is out. But it looks so exciting, honestly. It's just like, I want to see all the new species, and it also said depending, like you can, like before with all the species, you kind of either, depending on where you're Paragon and Renegade, you kind of like interacted differently. But this one, it just depends like on the species. Like let's say you really like species A and you really hate species B, and you know, you kind of like like you can choose. So pretty cool. The new cast that they're gonna, you know, we're gonna be announcing in a couple of months, so I'm excited to see who is, you know, gonna be the voice actors and all that. 2 species in the game. It was, I think it was a Volus, no? I've never, keep in mind, I've never heard anyone say these words. So I just read it and I'm like, I think that's how you pronounce it, so. And the Asari. The Asari was super cute. She was just like, oh, I don't know, she was adorable. She was adorable. And I think there was a Krogan. There wasn't any Turians. And it's just like, please, like, I am Shakarian. I need Turians. Like, please, they're like my favorite. I even have the t-shirt that with editing this, I noticed that you don't know what I'm saying. It says space boyfriend material. I need to pronunciate. Here it is. It's just space boyfriend material. At the end of the trailer where they say we made it, which kind of gave me vibes like the 100 and Aliens, where they're like in cryo and then they, you know, wake up and it's like 100 years later. So I'm wondering if it's gonna be like that. Like, do the people in there not know what happened, or they did? Like, what did your decision with what you chose in the Mass Effect 3 ending, like destroy, synthetic, and I don't remember the other one, how that affected the people that are going to be on this new place, this new universe, this new world? Because it's kind of saying like it's been like a long time if it's like we made it. So like, because I was thinking about it, and for example, destroyed, well, everything ended up destroyed. I chose destroyed, by the way, because the fact that in play that they gave you to download, Shepard takes a breath at the ending, and I like to imagine that Shepard lived and is having, you know, a lot of Turian babies with, I mean, did I just say Turian babies? Little Turian or Krogan babies with Garrus, so that's why I chose destroyed. But other people chose synthetic, and I don't remember what the other one is. So obviously, and they show that the future is very different, so I'm wondering how they're going to play that out in this one. Or is it just going to be like, oh, you know, random people were very afraid and they decided to go? And it's weird because if you're going to colonize, oh, I don't know, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, the game. I don't know. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited on the whole game, on the whole updates. The thing is, I feel like sometimes with games, people get very antsy and they want, you know, like developers to get it out like quick so we can play it. But I rather them tell me like, oh no, we're gonna take a year longer, and they get the game like really done well, and you know, the story and, you know, the graphics and everything is like 100%, then it being like, oh yeah, it's gonna be done now because people want it now, and then it's kind of like, the game kind of sucks, and I would cry. I would cry because Mass Effect games to me were my favorite. I absolutely love them, and I remember when they first announced that they were going to do another Mass Effect, I was like, I knew that they were going to bring Shepard because like, but I thought at least that they would give her a little tribute. But now that you kind of see that this kind of like nothing, like they literally cut it and it's like another game, it's kind of like, but still it's one of those games that you grow up with, and it's kind of like you're like holding hands with it in a weird analogy way. So yeah, those are the updates that I have for Mass Effect. Those are the things that I liked about Mass Effect Andromeda. I've never heard that. You know, there's so many words that I've never heard out loud, so, you know, pray for me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I can't wait, and it's gonna be cool.